and get right into it. Right after I set up a capture, because oh, I never I knew something was missing. There we go. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay, alright, we're good. We're gonna do a new game. Randomized puzzles.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my MYST book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
These guys are absolute masters of storytelling. But what I need right now is... And what I need right now is an options menu. I was a bit too hasty. There we go. Always close doors behind you. doesn't look any different. Still doesn't look any different. And it has changed back. Huh. That's clue to rhyme, which I don't believe was in the original MYST. These aren't going to be any use to me because I'm playing with random puzzles. Excuse me. Alright, there's a thing I do every time I come in here. Oh, that's an hour. That is what the sky over MYST Island would have looked like at the moment-ish of my birth. Now, somewhere in here, there was... Okay, so... those have been moved. Channel wood. The stone ship age. Mechanical. The Selenitic age of MYST. How many pages is there? Are there? This is a really thin book for over 200 pages. Okay. I have called this age Channelwood, and it is a very different world, though it is exactly how I imagined it. It is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age, as far as I can see, except for a small, rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built, just above the water, and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late, and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water I had hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water, and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village level approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent, he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise, this creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning, and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings, which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time, then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed. The rumblings began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon, it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment. I am not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. Yet the old man believes in the truth of the story, as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carried it away. He was lain down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potions, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food inside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon, that I may learn more from them. I have lived in this world for 3 months, off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Sirius and Achenar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers, and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoian age. Sirius has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could not think of a better place to leave them alone for a short while. So I will consent to their request. I warned the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seemed to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Prawn and her people are continuing to be menaced by Chochtik. I fear for their survival, and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Sirius and Achenar here. See Everdunes Journal for more information. After watching Sirius and Achenar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest my fears about leaving them in Channelwood again. And for a little longer time. The tree dwellers seem distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Sirius and Achenar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days, and have been to many different places. I had to tell Sirius and Achenar about Prawn's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Sirius and Achenar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some way out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understood why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black. I thought they were, two various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they have laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor, even now as I look through this very colorful journal. I can not help but laugh myself. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I will have to think about their request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. Alright. This we are going to want a screenshot of.
Serious? Is that real? A seal? You must fucking up. Help me. Bring me pages.
See, this is CG. In the original game, these were videos of actors.
Have the blue pages. To me.
I would have reused the original assets for this, assuming that such things are possible in Unreal Engine. No, here it is. But they can't make the door close automatically. If I'm not mistaken, this map updates with places I have been to, so let's finish exploring the island. Maybe it has to do with the channel markers, I forget. This is the power generator. Power to ship, generator switches. Okay. This is not going to help me because I don't know the values yet. That's just the top of a very tall tree. We need a fire to light the boiler first. And then one of my favorite things. The rocket ship, which has no power currently. Ah, okay. I don't remember this in the original game. Zero 0909. Okay. Anchor. Bug. Snake. Bird. Cross. I can't read Dunny anymore. Let's see. Google Lens can read Denis. Okay, so apparently Gemini can read Denis, and this is a memorial for Atris's mother, Tiana, to connect the MYST remake to the novels. Oh. Forgot to end session. Okay. Alright, so now this should have, yeah, everything in it. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, Channelwood is the ship. So now this should look at the ship. And the key should be here. Let's not rely entirely on the in-game capture system. This is an old-school game. We need old-school tools. Or at least modern versions of old-school tools. And by that I mean... Let me plug my laptop in. And unplug my Remarkable. And... MYST yet. MYST original, but not MYST 2020. New notebook. MYST 2020. Okay. decorations. Real quick, let's return the library. This might be Stone Ship. I'm not going to read the story right now. Yeah, no, this is for Stone Ship, not Channelwood. Okay, so Channelwood must be one of these. I missed the original game when I could actually look through the burned books. It's the ship. Okay. Mechanical is the gears. So Channelwood is the tree. Replace the nib on my... Dang, where's the box of... musical box in the shape of a barrel, attached to figure of a monkey and Persian robes playing ensembles. This item, discovered in the very vaults of our theater, still in working order. 665 is going to be... And now we have a pilot light. I'm sure there's a better way. I've never found it. The linking book for Channelwood. Hello, Froggy. Hello, Froggy. Hello, Froggy. Goodbye, Froggy. was another Froge. Or maybe the same Froge. Hello, Froge. Goodbye, Froge. Hello, Froge. Goodbye, Froge. Now I don't hear it as loudly. And the water just goes this way. Because the motor is not running. So we follow this to here. We have hand crank. Definitely don't want the water going this way. Elevator, go up. Cirrus clearly a man of exquisite tastes. Hey, he brushes his teeth. Actually, for this one, we're just going to use the screenshot. In the original game, you can only carry one page at a time. In fact, you can only carry anything at a time.
Kau cikal juntai gua dua yo
This is not. See?
Kau cikal juntai gua dua yo Rakito pa natot kau Paso básico yo no bawa That's an milshar Gua chao ti sawati Osiras na kochunao
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device you have here. not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
He is prepared. Take only one page.
I hope I hit the right button, my dear brother.
Now let's go see if the red page was returned when I picked up the blue page. Does not appear so. I'm gonna have to read the books. Right now. Cool. Once the steps are up, they stay up. Sorry, Froggy. I believe this is the trap tower. It's like not a trap per se. It's just an elevator to nowhere. Oh, there's a hunting book here. Oh, this must be rhyme. Or it's the way back to MYST. That's the library, isn't it? That's the ceiling in the library. Yep.
You've returned. I thought you wouldn't return. Just to rescue me. I'm back now. Don't be my brother. I beg you. Be complete. Don't. Always blue pages. Listen to him. Listen to my brother. Egotistical fool and a liar. Help me. Bring me the blue pages. Ignore the red ones. Don't bring the red ones. Earnestly implore you. Wrongfully imprisoned. You must believe me.
Such a sniveling.
Will have my retribution. Please bring me the blue pages. Pages, please.
You've returned. Thank you for bringing the red page. You must continue to help. My name is Cirrus. Release me. I beg you to find the remake. You must release me, for I need. Release me from this book, which has become. Bring me the red page. I need more red pages, please. Beg. Don't waste time. Look. Don't. My brother. My brother is killed. And I wrongfully imprisoned. Bring the red page to me.
Alright, we'll do Stone Ship next. Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the Rocks because that is what they were. A group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This was where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks, as it was never too far of a distance. One day another person appeared on the rocks, for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named this new person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together often. Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon, Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly on their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least, that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the three boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree, one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. Under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand, not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated to me by Father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoying it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. Submersible lamp. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon, which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I have also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light towards the horizon, it might prove my suspicion regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I returned with many tools that I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I have decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now, and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong, and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished, and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse, and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art, that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written, I think. Stone chip age, bird's eye view. I think of it this age as a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years, and the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It even seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. Yet, I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. Alright, so. Alright, we've got... January 13th. So we have a medium size and a small and a large and a large and then 3 medium size stars and a 4th one there. Oh, 1056. Two, and then a big one in the top corner. Constellation Penis.
Alright, so this is the arrow. This is the bird. So we have bird, we have arrow, and cross. I was right. Okay. There's the submersible lamp. instructions are for each of the markers that turn everyone on position. Then, as the final step, turn Okay. Now, we're going to write it down. Marker, switch, vault, if I'm not mistaken. Access. Island of Mist. Okay, so it's the garden switch. Brighter in here, and that table still doesn't work. Okay. run out of time? Is that all? Okay, yep, it is timer. It's the degree relating to the lighthouse, since the lighthouse is the power source. It's been so long since I've played this. Let me check that maybe I missed anything in the bottom of the lighthouse first. There's no jumping in MYST. Let's try turning the lights on, and then we'll go to the bottom. Nothing here except for the bucket with the treasure chest. Right. I'm don't have to recharge the generator. This is 180. Let's assume this is north. 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 is east. Circle is divided into 32, about 360 degrees. Each one is 11.25 degrees. So then 8 would be 90. Would be the 12th button. Counting clockwise. back to MYST. I said 11.5 earlier when I meant to say 11.25. Oh wait, I forgot to move the tower. Let's try this one. Where to put my... There it is. That was the last marker switch.
That yet.
must have some more. I ask of you, Lord, since my brother Cirrus wrongfully imprisoned me within this book, stupid scheme. Pretty speech has been. Read which is endless. Be perfectly obvious to you. Evil and his destroyed all but four. Do not bring the red pages to him. You must not let him trick you. Tricked our father. Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch the red pages. You to bring the blue pages. Listen to me. Listen. You must obey me. Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
Have returned. Have returned. Additional page. From my prison on this forgotten island of MYST. I see that you are. I am called Cirrus. I need all the red pages. I must search. Bring me. Two more of the red pages. And I am released. I promise. I warn you, don't touch the blue pages. It's where my brother, wicked brother, he is a man of distorted mind and senses. He disgusts me. Do not release me. Thirst for destruction is none. Never ending. Bring the red paper. I beg you, please, release me from this prison. I promise you will be greatly rewarded. You must help me. I beg you to help me.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these 4 will do 54 volts. Okay. I blew the breaker though, so I have to go reset the switch. And that is on the pylon. And no, I cannot construct additional pylons. Stop playing around. Let's do math. Whoa. So we've got 10, 7, 8, 16. 5. 1, 2, 22, 19. Is 57. $54. Now I should just go flip the switches and be fine. It's a long trip. Hey, Everett. The Pangler. Yeah, I love MYST as well. Oh, okay. This is the 2020 remake. I have great difficulty getting the other editions of MYST running on modern hardware. Aside from the original, which runs great in DOSBox. Still be open enough to get into it. I guess the only thing there is just that little cove. 'Cause that's the only... Okay, alright, well... Oh wait, I didn't look at the book for this one yet. One of the cool things I like about this version is the fact that it'll randomize the puzzles, so you can't just rely on memory. Alright, let's do mechanical. That one, I've opened that one a little bit ago. Oh crap, look at the time. Oh, I don't want to start another age right now. I have to leave in 4 minutes to go pick up my son, so we're gonna save here. Likewise. Unfortunately, you've caught me at the end of my stream. I do have to go. I gotta go do some dad stuff. But I'll be back tomorrow. I play a different game every day. Wednesdays is usually Final Fantasy XIV.
On Thursdays, I stream PAX Day with my friend Ringmaster Kaiden. On Fridays, I don't know what we're doing. We were doing Borderlands 3 as a 4-player stream, but one of our players is in the middle of a big move and doesn't know when they're going to be able to rejoin, and we don't want to play without them. We might be doing Windrose demo. We'll see. Mondays, I do Metroid Prime 4 until I've done a 100% clear playthrough for hard mode. And next week, Tuesday, I'll be back with more MYST. I'm going to be playing through the entire Scion Worlds catalog on Tuesdays for the foreseeable future. We start with MYST and Riven, go through the entire, I think there's 5 games in the MYST series, and then we'll do Abduction, Cosmic Osmo, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for hanging out here at the end. Hope to see you around.